Yes guys, my name's Morsi and welcome back to my channel. I am back with some more FIFA 22 predictions. In this one we're going to be taking a look at the Premier League's most meta overpowered starter defenders. And as you can see, I'm joined by Arsenal's future captain himself, Mr. Kieran Tierney. On FIFA 21 this man had himself a 78 overall gold rare card, and he was definitely in that cheap meta overpowered brackets at the start of the game. He was going for about 10 to 15k for a 78 overall, which is pretty respectable. So I've given him a little boost. Okay, you may be thinking Arsenal, Morsi, they're shocking, mate. However, this man had a little something last season, and the start of this season, he definitely looks like one of the most impressive Arsenal players, and I reckon he is going to get himself that little upgrade. The pace, the passing, the shooting all gets a little increase. Defending and physical dribbling go up by little ones or twos across the board, but it's that shooting and passing. The man literally has a trademark, the Kieran Tierney trademark. Getting the ball, hit the byline, whip it across for an Arsenal player to run in and kick the air and miss the ball completely. Continuing the left backs, we are heading over to Liverpool and we have got Shimikas. 76 overall, I reckon he'll be this year around. I believe he was 76 on FIFA 21 also. I can't see his card changer too much on this game. He didn't play too much football last season for Liverpool. He did end up starting the season for Liverpool this time round and got himself a couple of assists and 3 clean sheets, I believe. It was that FPL hero, the 4 million FPL hero. However, I can't imagine his card changing too much. I'm going to stick with that 76. But this man definitely could be a bit of a cheaper shout compared to Kieran Tierney, and he would also do a solid job. Flipping over to the right hand side of defence, we have got Semedo. Super overpowered card last year, 83 overall, and he was more on the expensive side of things. He didn't have a fantastic season with Wolves. Wolves in general were a little bit disappointing, a little bit underwhelming. So in honesty, I'm predicting a bit of a downgrade for this man. I've gone for an 83 to an 81. That may be a little bit harsh. We may see him as an 82. Surely not lower than an 81. So this man may actually end up being more affordable this year around and still a super solid option. Yes, the Brentford boys. We've got Rico Henry. The guy had a 73 overall silver rare card last season round and he was absolutely rapid. As much as I love the silver cards and silver squad builders, I honestly cannot see this man keeping that silver rating. I reckon we're going to be looking at a 75 or a 76 gold rare. Essentially, all you're going to get with this card is pure pace. So if that is something you're looking for at the start of FIFA 22, if you want that kind of reliable left back who's going to be absolutely rapid, Rico's your man. We got James Justin, the Leicester boy. This man had his breakout season last year and he was a right back, I believe a 73 overall right back in FIFA 21. He played majority of, well, until he got injured last season, he played majority of it as a left back, more of like a left wing back. Going forward, he improved a lot. He got a fair few assists, many clean sheets for that Leicester defence. He did unfortunately pick up an injury throughout the season, which kept him out for a good few months, but I'm still predicting an upgrade. This man is a 77 overall as it stands on FIFA, so I'm giving him a little bit of a +1 on there. All I know, if he ends up getting a 77 or a low rated gold rare card, he is going to be straight in my starter team. The first big bruiser at centre back, we have got the new Liverpool signing Konate. We're yet to see him this season under Jurgen Klopp. I'm not too sure why. Well, to be fair, Van Dijk and Matip are a pretty solid defensive partnership to break past. But Konate is going to be a super solid option in FIFA 22 starter teams. The season just gone, he had a 78 overall card and he had that kind of meta hyperlink to Upamecano, I believe his name was. Both French, both Leipzig centre-backs previously. He has now got his move to the Premier League. And all that is doing is adding to that whole host of insane meta centre-backs that we can get at the start of the game. As you're going to see throughout this video, there are a fair few that I'm predicting. So we are going to be spoiled for choice, guys. Konate could end up being a little bit on the expensive side, but definitely a solid shout for your starter team. Up next, we've got an Aston Villa legend. One of my favourite players in the previous career mode I've just done on FIFA 21. We got Konza. At the start of FIFA 21, he had himself a 71 overall silver card. But last season was his breakout season. He was starting week in, week out alongside Toro and Mings, and they formed a really solid partnership. Definitely helped out by Emi Martinez behind him, but these two were a solid act, and I'm confident in saying Konza's going to at least get that gold rare card. Potentially a 76 to a 78. I've pretty much gone in the middle ground and given him a 77, and stats like these, he's going to be a solid chap. Up next, we've got a brand new Spurs signing. I don't know too much about him, and honestly, I've not really seen him play in the real world. All I know is he got himself a silver star last season and many informs and that team of the season, so he's got to be decent, right? In regards to his starter card, it was a low rated silver. So he's definitely had a breakout season, to say the least. He ended up joining Spurs for like 50-60 million euros, which is pretty crazy. He's not the quickest of centre-backs, but he is super solid. As long as you've got agile, more nimble defenders around this man, I feel like he makes a solid shout, because he's going to be that brick wall, the glue that holds the defence together. And you can get a strong link to a chap that I'm pretty certain you're going to see up next. Here he is, Big Davidson. Sanchez has haunted Premier League starter teams for the past few seasons. He's been that meta brick wall at the back of many Premier League defences because he has the pace, he's got the height, he's 6'2", and he is a physical beast. He was an 81 last season, and honestly, I reckon he may drop down to an 80. I don't know if he did enough for Spurs to kind of maintain that rating. A downgrade may be a bit harsh, you may see an 81, but he's definitely dropped off a little bit in the pace. Defensively, still super solid. And alongside Christian Romero, especially if you're looking for that hybrid, those two with the green link, it's pretty saucy. Now, this man has some potential. Another lightning quick centre-back in the Premier League, we have got Ben Godfrey. This man is definitely one of the quickest centre-backs to pick from out of these little selection. So he may be a little bit expensive purely for that factor, but I can't imagine him be too high rating. He was a silver last year. He did play a little bit for Everton. He got that kind of big money move from Norwich, so they may boost him up to a little gold. But I can't see him being any higher than at least 76, 77. We are down to our last three, guys, and it is hot in my flat. Out of nowhere, England has been hit with like 28, 29 degree weather, and I have to record with the windows shut, so I am feeling like I'm in a sauna. But we got big Wesley Fofana coming in with our old school dynamic image from his future star card, and this man definitely deserves himself an upgrade. He was a 70 overall silver to start with. He did get re-released as a gold 78 overall. He ended up being featured in the team of the season last year round, so they're definitely going to hook him up with a juicy little card. He's got the pace, defensively strong. If anything, it's just another fantastic option to partner alongside some of the crazy centre-backs you've already seen in there. Up next, we are heading over to the right back position, and we have got one of the most budget overpowered options going. We got Max Aarons from Norwich. Giving him a +3 boost on this card. The pace got up a little bit. I remember his team of the season last year, I think it was an 87, and it was lightning quick. I've not watched too much of Max Aarons last season, but I remember being in the Premier League and he was rapid. So I'm not too sure why his pace stat isn't anything to write home about. 84 is still very respectable. Can't believe I'm here just basing defenders off their pace stats, but it's the start of FIFA 22, guys. A lot of people go for pacey defenders, so he may miss out, but he makes up for it in the dribbling, and the rest of the card is pretty solid for a 76 overall. Anyway, guys, that is where we're going to end this video. I hope you enjoyed as always. If you did, please do consider dropping me a like, drop me a comment, let me know which player you're most excited to get your hands on, and I hope you're enjoying this heat and coping well, because I am struggling. I need to open a damn window here, guys, so I'm going to bounce, but I'll catch you soon for another one. Take it easy.